What up, what up, what up, YouTube? Um, right now I'm just hopping on here going over some of the videos that I did, and I did a stimulus update 2020, and it was more so of like a basically me showing where my progress has grown from where I was to where I had gotten to. And I want to take the time to come on and do a live with y'all. If y'all got any questions, go ahead, drop comments. I'm just gonna be looking at some old videos while this allows me to. Now, you guys know I don't have the best luck with these screen and screen recordings. Although a lot of times I get booted off, I get kicked off, it'd be all types of stuff going on. But I was just browsing through the old videos and I was like, wow. So if you've seen some of these videos, drop a thumbs up. If you haven't seen some of these videos, drop a thumbs up and then go back and rewatch the videos. I'm gonna try to do this as seamless as possible. Hopefully it comes out. Hopefully you guys can see it. And which this first video that you're getting ready to view is me in one of my older spots in the basement. And I was just simply giving some shout outs to some people that inspired me to get into the game, which was pretty slick. And folks I would watch on the regular. So you will hear a couple of times me shout out the same names. You will see me going through my channel and browsing. If you have any questions, drop a comment. Like I said, I'll try to get to them as fast as I can. However, this is a screened in screen thing. So, yeah, let's check it out. This is a quick video on how to share link. And right before I close the video, I just want to tell you about other thing that you can do if you are trying to start a t-shirt company. Yo, I'm starting to slim. I can see it now. I didn't see it before, but I see it now. I don't know how much of my screen that y'all can see. And it's a mess. I got a couple of windows open. But just to point out some errors right off bat, to let you know that I was in the basement gritting. This is them beginner days, you know what I'm saying? After I had moved into the second house. First of all, I'm in a basement. As you can see, I got a recording studio set up directly behind me with this long miscellaneous green wire that's back there, which was like the power source for the other side of the basement. You can't get a full scope of how big this basement was, but it was a lot of stuff being done. The shirts hanging up behind me were shirts that was yet to be created for the Grizzly Relax brand. And then, of course, I don't know what's up with the silly looking hat. It was something I got from Dollar Tree. I was happy. I was excited. And matter of fact, I think that was the first time I used the hat press that I had got from Trans Pro World, which to me just ain't the best hat press that's out there. As you've seen, I resurrected it the other day, but let's go on. Shall I continue? A lot of times, people just throw a shirt into a box and mail it and send it that way. Some people ball up a shirt and hand it to the person and say, hey, I did this custom for you. Here, have this. To me, that's unprofessional. Try a more professional approach, such as buying like the extra stuff. Many of you guys were here when I had first purchased this last year, and what it is a 15 by 50. Yo, like I said, this is the beginning of the journey, y'all. You got to think, I had everything going on as I got the screen froze. You can see McDonald's in the background, various carrier sheets, the branding from the Gildan shirts all the way down. I think I might even have a clip with the Green Monster in this one. Teen slide out unit from Heat Press Nation. Hands down the best investment I've made so far. I actually got another one of these coming in the mail. I also purchased the Silhouette Cameo 4 because I've heard rave reviews about that, and I can't wait to really use it. I'm still using the Cameo 3, which hands down was the best purchase I made as well. Little disclaimer, if you just saw the note that came across the screen, I finally did reach out to the guys at Heat Press Nation. We finally got everything resolved. That unit is back up and working. It's currently at my father's house. And yeah, what more can I say? It's still working to this day. I had to replace a component. And then I do have a 16 by 20 blackout HPN series here. You guys will be seeing a lot of content from that, as it's going to be in my home studio. try. So I'm super excited to get that, and I will get the unboxing of that on film. But I just wanted to show you guys a couple of shirts I have done with the Easy Scissor Weave. One is the
Caesar Easy Weave, Mike. Caesar Easy Weave.
Nice smooth. I got my wholesaler's license yet, which is something that I'm working on currently, and I will have it so I can start getting things at a cheaper price from like Bella Canvas, Jiffy T-shirts, and things of that nature. Bucks.
Didn't know very much about, the license, the vendoring, no nothing. Everything is brand new once again. Everything is new to me. So all these experiences are unique. Shout out to Alexis for having me record all of that stuff because I won't have nothing to look back on. And I could see the progression. And I don't know if y'all could tell, but when I was recording this video, I was nervous in the mug doing it.
I also got a cat press so I can start doing my own cats. And I will be selling merch on my YouTube channel. So be on the lookout for that. And something else that I want to talk to you guys about is since I don't have a wholesaler's license, and I'm out here like you guys, just buying shirts wherever I can buy them, I go to places like Dollar Tree. Now,
great spot, Dollar Tree. I know I'm pausing every interval or every few seconds. It's because there is some value in this video. If you have a Dollar Tree anywhere in your neighborhood, they carry a lot of factory seconds or ungraded t-shirts, which simply means they may have a small hole, might have a tear, might have a stain. But guess what? If you just now hopping into this industry, go after those shirts. Practice on those shirts. That way when you get the official graded t-shirts, you'll be less prone to make mistakes. Plus, I've used these just for testing. I've actually came up with some slick ideas and have been able to sell some of these shirts that I got from Dollar Tree. Go figure.
You get pretty good quality. YouTube, what's up? It's your boy Mike T's back at you with another.
Still on the weight loss journey, y'all. Once again, I see myself up there. I look completely different, but this is a peer reaction video to a video that I put out so I can be harsh on myself. But y'all get to laugh along with me. Hopefully y'all can see the improvements.
Video. What I need y'all to do real quick is hit that like, subscribe, and comment. And then we're going to get into this B-Flex right after the intro. Two, it's your boy Mike T's, and I'm back at it again. Another video coming your way. T-Gang in the building. Today we're going to talk about supplementing the logo that I did for this Grand Slam Nutrition Shop and some of the masks that I've got coming and some of the masks that I've received and my honest review. All that and more after the intro. Sheesh. This right here is going to protect me from the germs out here in the world. So for my last cut.
Speaking of which, during this time in 2020, after I had gotten into the printing industry, we had a catastrophic pandemic that was killing rich, poor, blind, crippled, and crazy. No one was excluded from this virus. We didn't know where it came from. Some say it was man-made. Some say it just came out of nowhere. Anyhow, it changed the projection of my printing career, as it did for many others out there. Excuse the loud motorcycle. So, if you are from the 2020 era or has started prior to the COVID era, let me know your experiences in the comment section. Was you able to gain traction during that COVID era? Did your business die out during that COVID era? Or did you just grow? You got to remember, everybody was in the house. People were scared to go outside. There was hardly any shopping. It was literally like the earth stood still that whole year. I heard people being jailed for being out in public. I heard folks that got tickets for being on the road. It was just weird, very eerie time. And if there is comments, I will get to the comments at the end of the video. I'm sorry, I'm looking on the double screen, y'all. So I can click back, I guess. All right, there we go. Barb, appreciate you being in here. Precious Pieces, appreciate you being in here. PM St. Louis, appreciate you being in here. Normally we do our Squad Creators podcast, but we had to shift to something else. And I I felt like this was time to do a video review. I haven't done my own review, and I'm going to be doing a lot of reviews over myself, just self-critiquing, seeing where I got better at it. And I don't know, hopefully you guys enjoy this content. And I'm also going to go over the crash courses. I have gotten a lot of positive feedback from the crash courses within the last couple of weeks. Maybe people are finally watching my crash course videos over silhouette tutorial or design.
I'm doing the $ and the gold glitter that I showed you guys. Now the reason there's two is because actually one's going to go on the right sleeve. And it's just a little accent to the shirt to make it pop a little bit more and have a little thought out, more meticulous plan going on with the shirt. So we're going to send this with the same settings: the heat transfer glitter 2, 3, speed 5, force 14. So let's get to it. So we're going to stamp them at separate times. Now the key thing with stamping these is you can't do a full press on them. If you do a full press on everything, it will not line up. Everything will be mismatched and it will look kind of out of shape. So
I've definitely had this error happen several times. That's why I preach it still to this day. You want to go half the time whenever you press in any type of heat transfer vinyl. A third of the time, ideally. If you're able to get that carrier sheet up off of there without ruining the integrity of the actual vinyl, and let's say a third of the time, you prevent shrinkage altogether. Everything looks perfect.
We'll press, let's say at 320 for 15 seconds, all of this. But since we're going to do it in steps, the first press will probably be for 5 seconds. The second step will be for another 5 seconds. The third step will be for another 5 seconds. And then we'll do a final 15 seconds to bring it all together. At this point in time, on this video right now, I was feeling a certain way, I guess you would say. Tongue twister. Even in the sit down, I'm still having tongue twisters. I just want y'all to, learn from my mistakes. So you're going to hear me say it. You know why? Because I make the mistakes. So you shouldn't have to. What the fuck? You too. What's up? It's your boy Mike T's back at you. T get
Finally starting to thin down, y'all, as y'all can see. I'm sorry about that last one. The little curse word, sensitive ears, my fault. I apologize. But in this particular video that I showed right before I got to this part, it took me hours to get that Death Row glitter off that shirt. I was trying to salvage that shirt by any means necessary. So you guys already know about the chemical VLR. I doused the shirt in VLR, and I was just trying to get that glitter off of there. By the way, I believe it was Econo's glitter, or it could have been Caesar's glitter. I'm not too sure. I wanted to sublimate an image onto the white glitter. But when I went to do it, it kind of looked crazy. So that's why you heard me just cuss. And once again, guys, this is a clip of a bunch of videos that I just threw together. And you can see the date this is 2 years ago. We only had 228 views. Hence the reason I'm doing a review over it. Because I like to see where I made the mistakes, so I don't repeat them. But anyhow, let's get back into the video.
What's going down? Man, today was one of the worst days of my life in this sublimation game. And I'm going to explain why. All that and more. And it's stuck to the canvas. Now, this is supposed to be 100% cotton, and the laminate paper is 100% polyester. So anything that's cotton can be made polyester by putting polyester onto the substrate, whether it be hard or soft. So I was fighting, right now I'm feeling it off because really ain't nothing else to do with throw it in the trash. But did you see this? That grip right there is stronger than your grandma acting up. And you left with something messed up like that. That was the original vibe earlier. Coming into I messed up. Hey, I made the mistakes, so you don't have to. YouTube, it's your boy Mike T's back at you with another video. We in the building. T-Gang is here officially. So I haven't been able to record on the Green Monster. We're getting ready to get into it right after the intro. So as you just seen, the image I'm getting ready to put on that polyester shirt is the Waymaker. And if you like lions, you can probably Google it and see it. This is for a customer. Stuttering over words, y'all. It's in a little bit, but it's a learning curve. Hey, I'll make the mistake so you don't have to. Watch my videos, you can possibly prevent a mistake from happening. My T's back at you with another. Y'all seem to be, bro. We get ready to get into some sublimation on some socks. I just want to give a shout out to Garment Creations for getting me these sublimation masks. This is the second time. Sorry, lost my thought. And y'all know I'm on the never-ending road to success with Econo transfers. I just bought.
Shout out to Econo, still one of my favorites. Y'all, I'm laughing because it's just so weird to see myself 2 years ago. Wow. That's all I gotta say is wow.
A couple of the flower patterns that they got, just to see what they were going to look like on shirts. But I'm pretty sure, I'm confident in their product. I will be getting to purchase bigger ones. But yeah, shout out to Econo Transfers. If you haven't got none, go and get you some. Please like butter, baby. So the first thing, shout out to Cosmo Ink. Cosmo Ink is the most fire, hands down. Cosmo, if you see my videos, holla at your boy. Maybe a little affiliate like member. If it don't come out perfect, try again. Never give up. I'll make the mistakes, so you don't. YouTube, it's your boy Mike T's back at you with another video. And today's video is going to be over sublimation on pop sockets. Let's get right into it after this. And remember, I make the mistakes so you don't have to. Into the next one. Things I had just purchased. And
all right, so back then I made a bloopers reel, even though it did show various situations, me in various different spots, and then, just various different sayings that I say throughout the whole time that I've been recording. One which y'all should know by heart, because I haven't heard other people saying it, and it's been flooded throughout the webs. I'll make the mistakes so you don't have to. I'm going to make that into a shirt. Would you cop the shirt? If I made the shirt, I'll make the mistakes so you don't have to. I'm not going to put my face on it, but they're saying it's gold. Here I'm acting a fool on this.
Everybody wants to know how to get into sublimation, including this guy right here, Mike T. So we're going to get into it. Basically, I got a package in the mail the other day. Actually, 3 packages in the mail the other day. And it was an Epson Workforce. Lord. So we got some packages in the mail the other day. And one of them being the Epson Workforce 7720. And what that is a start of sublimation. So I'm going to convert this printer into a sublimation printer and packages. What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Mike T's back at you with another video. And in this video, I'm just going to go over some of the things that I got in the mail recently, being new equipment and a little bit of information about my new store right after this intro. So I had purchased a couple of things through the affiliate link that another Amazon. God, I love it. That really, come on. There we go. A little bit better. This should be the roll. Whoa, heavy roll that I bought. Also for sublimation. And so this is the first package. It feels like sublimation paper. Let's open it up and see. Got to rustle with it a little bit. I don't want nobody getting into these packages. It's like Skittles. Enjoy the rainbow.
Wow. Lovely Blueprint 31. Yes, I have came a long way and still continue to progress, trying to, make this the best that I can. I see I got Squad Creative Podcast up in the corner. Shout out to the Squad Creative Podcast. We're supposed to be doing that today. I'm going to just leave that there. Ain't no point in changing it now. So y'all seen what, excuse me, y'all seen what I look like in the past. Let's try to get an updated video real quick. Any questions? You guys have any questions for me? Nicole, appreciate you stopping by. Show some love and support. Blueprint, PM St. Louis. Bar. Everybody that's always there with me, you know, when I'm gritting, when I'm grinding, or when I go live. I'm gonna do one more video review. I just found that one hilarious, and we need to do one that's more up to date. So, how about I actually do a crash course real quick, one of the shorter ones, and I don't mind y'all seeing all my business because all my business is out here anyway. As far as the internet goes. Crash courses had to go way down. And if y'all like the crash course videos, drop a comment. Let me know something. Which one was your favorite crash course? Which crash course should I go over? Should I bring back the series of crash course? If you don't know what I'm talking about the explanation on how I use Silhouette Studio, Kittle, some of the other various programs, uploading gang sheets, things of that nature. And I'm trying to get down to them because it was quite a minute ago. It was back when I was doing a whole bunch of thumbnails this way. All right, so copy and trace was 19 minutes. Silhouette Business Edition crash courses, how to add color. That was pretty cool. I need to do another pros and cons over that Silhouette Pro, the 24-inch cutter. Let me see if I got any other crash courses. Yeah, we'll go with this one. This one's a little bit shorter. And I need to start it over. So like I said, if you have any active questions why this is loading or why I'm doing this, let me know.
You again with another crash course in Silhouette Design Studio. And I don't think I told you guys what version this is. This is 4.2. The latest version, I believe, is 4.3.
This is from 2 years ago as well. Another one with very slightly small views. I'm guessing the ones with the smaller views is because they just wasn't pushed out to the public as much. But this one was a very simple copy and trace. And doing it with words in the background, without words in the background. Once it's out there, it's out there. Now, I'm not saying you should go and copy Louis Vuitton, Chanel, or any of those name brands because then people will come after you. The NBA will come after you. The NFL will come after you. The Major League Baseball, they will definitely come after you. So be cautious with it. I was just showing how-tos and, simple examples. A lot of people make their own shirts that they wear, not shirts to sell, but shirts that they just want to generally put on. So we'll start from here.
4.4. So if you got that, make sure to download it and get the newest updates. Let's get into why we're here. This one is going to be our copy and trace. As you see, I have 3 images that I've already took via the web, and we're going to see how we can trace these and what type of effects we get. The trace icon is found on the right draw-down panel, and it's the 5th icon down, which looks like a little butterfly trapped inside of the box. So we'll hit that, and we'll do the first trace of Drake's face. Everybody knows Drake.
Go Drake.
Capture that. Make sure you got the whole image. The yellow is actually what's going to be traced and what's going to be outlined. Now you can sit here and mess with the speckle threshold and the regular threshold to get crispier lines, like when you zoom in, because these lines will be jagged. So if you really want to get that straight, it takes a lot of time and actually lowering the threshold, hiring the speckle threshold, sometimes lowering the scale or bringing the scale back up.
This is very important, especially if you are doing a trace in which you don't want to have to send through a vectorized program to get your line straight. At natural glance, when you look at it, it looks like the lines are straightened where they're supposed to be. But if you zoom in, you'll see a lot of jagged edges that will mess it up. This isn't a problem generally, unless you're doing something other than vinyl or sublimation. So if I want to send this image that I'm copying and I'm tracing to Supercolor, all of those jagged edges that I didn't clean up, and all of those errors are going to show on that Supercolor transfer because I didn't clean it up properly. All I did was copy and trace.
These main things I'm pointing to is what I'm talking about. But for the sake of this video, we're just doing a straight copy and trace. So we're gonna hit trace on Drake's face. Now when you get it, it will be red outlined. So if you were to save this, you would not see this outline at all. And a lot of folks can't decipher where to weave from. So what you need to do is highlight it again, come to your color palette on the right hand side, 1, 2, 3, click it, and voila, Drake's face. Now this was drawn by somebody, so this is straight clip art. This is something you could probably use and get away with and not have too many ramifications. However, the next two I should say, are not. You see how this has a hole? I'm gonna just go out of the way and blow up Drake's face. But you see this watermark off of the image? That means it's copywritten. And usually when you draw something, it's already copywritten once it's been published and it comes from the original place because it's timestamped. However, this person went overboard with it because they love Homer that much, or they thought people was just going to be stealing this image left and right. It is still sellable, and I'm going to show you guys how to do this. However, I'm not encouraging you to do this. So once again, you hit the trace panel, the fifth icon down on the right, do a butterfly in it. You select that area that you want to trace. Your arrow becomes a plus sign. Once again, you make that square over it. Make sure you got the whole image. Now, before I said you could use the threshold, the speckle, and the scale over to the right in the trace panel to get the best image. However, you cannot use too much of either because if you do, you start to get the watermarks. I'll show you an example. So if I hit the threshold up just a little bit, you'll start to see where the watermark is coming through the image. Bad for business, mate. Can't use that. So, in that instance, you would like to keep it at the 45 where it starts out at. And
once again, little disclaimer. This has a watermark on the back of it, and I'm explaining how to get the picture without the watermark on it. This is for personal use. This is not to help you in any way further your life of crime. I just want to put that out there. And I'm just showing how to use the copy and trace feature.
You can go down a little bit more because I can still see like little spots in the image that shows the water. You can either go down or go up. You just have to mess with it. You know, really where you're satisfied. Then now you have to hit it with scale a little bit. And then see right in here where that's a dark spot. And there's a dark spot. You could try to brighten that up to make it crisper line, but when you do, make sure you're looking around the image because the watermark is still trying to repeat here, and I can see it throughout the eyes and almost into the mouth. But we'll say that that's good for now. We'll hit the trace and move this out the way. Now when you look at it, it looks horrible. To me, it looks like the baby ain't symbol. It don't look like your boy Hove, but same rules apply to this as it does with the Drake face. You encapsulate it with a square, go to the color panel, put the colors in there. There you go. So side by side, one with watermarks, one without watermarks.
But them jagged edges is definitely going to be a problem. So here's where I go saying, you got to learn how to use that threshold, the speckle, and that scale. If you're not zooming in constantly before you make your traces, or if you don't have like some type of skill to redraw that line, that line that may be jagged or edged, you're going to have some issues. It's not going to be able to compute over to a digitizing file from Rotary. it's definitely not going to be able to compute over to a file that you can send into a company to have printed. Now, yeah, you can send it in, and yes, you can get it printed or embroidered, but the overall outlook of it and the end result of it gonna be a waste of your time and money if you do not master these skills.
I mean, the watermark really is to protect the artist and his work. So you really don't want to do this. If you got time, guys, just trace it by hand using the tools on your left hand side, the pencils, the markers, or even try to use a different program and then bring it into Silhouette to finish.
And when I say trace by hand, I mean the original picture of Hove. You can go on and redraw these people because that's all that was done here. Someone took a picture, then they took Procreate or they took Photoshop or they took some type of illustrated program and they just traced it, simply traced it, and then threw a watermark over top of it. Now, I suppose Hove could get very upset by this and charge you, and for making a profit off of him, but the chances of that happening is slim to none, especially if you change a couple of things in and out. It can't be an exact photo, exact replica. And people tend to cross the boundary lines. I crossed the boundary lines even making this tutorial. But this is from 2 years ago. I can say that. Maybe 3 years ago at this point. I know it say two at the bottom of the screen, but almost 3 years ago. And I was just eager to learn. And the stuff that I was learning at a rapid rate, I felt that I needed to share to my audience. So that's how the crash courses came along. Copy and trace was just one of those things because I kept getting a bunch of questions on Mike. How are you able to trace? How are you able to get your images like that? I've tried that. It's bumpy, it's smooth, it's irregular, it doesn't look right. I can't use it. That's how all of this came about.
All right, so let's get that out the way. So your boy Hove.
Creating with Tuck, what's going on? Appreciate you.
And the last type of trace I want to get into. Now, this is a full color and it has a black background. This is an issue when it comes to tracing. Why? I'll just show you. Over here to the right hand side, once again to the trace panel, and we'll hit select trace area. Our plus sign will come up, we'll cover it up, and bam, that's what happens. Now, that's letting us know that just the threshold is way too high because there's already a black backdrop on there. You want to drop that threshold. You don't want to go too crazy with it. You want to start with the outline of whatever the image is, and you just want to slowly back down off that threshold.
This takes time and learning too, and patience, because those lines inside of this squad and this custom t-shirts, you see it started completely out blank. They will never be straight. Once you zoom in to max capacity, you will see a bunch of ridge lines. This is where patience comes into play. Or just coming up with a whole brand new logo comes into play.
Now, a lot of times I like to Command plus and blow up the screen so I can see it a little bit better. And you can kind of see the jagged lines and stuff, but the actual squad logos a little rough around the edges, so that kind of adds to the effect. But if you just want to clean it up a little bit more, hit that threshold, and you hit that scale up. The scale will start to make the lines more uniform. Then you hit that trace, go back out, and minus, control minus for you window users, move the original squad, and then you have it. And it looks pretty much spot on. I don't know how much time I have left. I know I'm going to keep these at about 7 or 8 minutes long, but once you've traced an image like this, you can do all sorts of things. And we'll discover that in a couple of courses down the road. You can change the way a person look. You can add more, take away. I mean, it's just really how creative you are. And for the sake, let's see if we do color one time. Here we go. That was a quick crash course on your trace. If you have any questions, please leave them in the Facebook group squad or drop a comment on this video. Appreciate you guys. See you in the next one. Squad up.
yeah, pretty much. That's what your boy been doing, throughout the years. I like these little mashups, and I like to make a lot of different videos over the things that I've done throughout the years because I'm fascinated. In general, I am fascinated. When I say I'm fascinated, I mean like to see how far I've came now to where I was at is a complete difference, and to see the growth. You ever see yourself growing or evolving? I'm telling you, put yourself on camera 3 years from now, go back and look at those videos. You be like, wow, that's what I look like. That's what I was doing. That's how I sounded. That's how I started. So every once in a while, you'll see me putting up recaps on the interwebs, aka the social medias. I just did one on Instagram not too long ago. And I'm trying to always help and inspire and uplift and motivate those that are part of the T gang. So if you guys have any questions for me, now would be the time to ask them before I hop off. We will have episode of Squad Creative Podcast. I'm not too sure how we're gonna do this. It'll probably be tomorrow. It's supposed to be tonight on Thursday nights at 7 p.m. But for some odd reason, I don't know. I don't know if it's folks are shy or what it is. I'm not gonna really speak on it too much, but yeah, having some no shows, y'all. I don't like that. And it touches my soul. Pushing t-shirts, appreciate you, t-shirt man, Los man. That's motivation. Anybody on Instagram or on any of the TikToks, y'all see him. T-shirt man is a force to be reckoned with. T-shirt man, Los. Shout out to Shanita Nicole. She was on last week and she dropped some amazing gems, which you guys have been seeing chopped up and all over the web, all over the place. All right, no questions. Well, thank y'all for spending this half hour with your boy, Precious Pieces, Barb, PM St. Louis, Creating with Tup. And if you are catching this on Team Replay, please drop a comment. Let me know which episodes you want to see me go back and review. I'm going to review my own stuff. That way, I can judge myself. I don't have no issues with that. But to the next one, y'all. Peace. I should play one of these clips from Squad Creative Podcast. Head on over to Squad Creative Podcast, y'all. Peace. Now.